Lynda Halligan in the garage in Huntington Beach, California with Mel Craig. Hey.
Hey, Lynda, it's going to be exciting. This is a fun project, and can't wait to share it with everybody.
Can't wait, and I can't wait to see what it looked like before, because I see what it looks like now. You have a wonderful family story.
You know, this is one of those heartwarming stories that really, truly makes my career what it is today, Lynda. It's one of those stories that really touches me. And this is a family giving their daughter her first car. She's going off to law school.
So exciting for her. So let's get into the process to see really what you had to do to work your magic to get it from point A to point B, where it looks so beautiful now.
And that's what it took. From point A to point B, we had to do a lot of work, and we're going to share with you just how we made this car look as amazing as it is today.
Mel, you have seen so many cars come into your shop over the years. When this BMW rolled in, what was your first impression?
Oh my gosh, it was in really bad shape. And ironically, this guy's a car guy. I mean, he truly knows what a nice car looks like, and he definitely knows what nice paint looks like.
And this particular car was almost to the point where it was too late to be salvaged.
Oh, that's a good statement, Lynda, because that's called clear coat failure. And when that happens, the paint literally starts to peel off the car, and there's no way for me to refinish it or bring it back to new again. At that point, it has to be repainted.
So good timing, bringing it in. Walk me through the process.
Well, you know, it's called paint correction. From wet sanding to compounding to polishing to fine polishing. I mean, we want to give this customer that shine, that gloss, and that depth. That paint that is so wet, you can almost dive into it.
And it worked. You worked your magic. It looks brand new. Some people offer detailing services for a few $100s, but what you do is much more than detailing, and you've been doing this professionally for nearly 50 years.
You know, Lynda, that's easy to answer. You know, it's not what I do to your car, it's what I know how to do to your car, and that's where these 50 years of experience really come into play, offering these clients that beautiful car finish they've always been looking for.
And you see the difference.
Absolutely.
You have to start with cleaning the car, but it's much more involved than someone might think.
You know, Lynda, there are so many components that we have to address on the inside of the car. For example, all the new fabrics and leathers, engine compartment, the engine bay, wheels, undercarriage. I mean, there are so many things that a professional like me has to address to make sure the customer is satisfied with the end result.
It's a big job. Let's go into detail on the paint correction process.
Oh my gosh, Lynda, that's a pet peeve of mine, because the manufacturers today, they're just not putting enough paint on our cars to offer our clients what they're looking for. A lot of people don't know this. Paint, when you talk about paint thickness, a layer of paint is 100 times finer than the human hair. So for us to offer paint correction with no paint on the car is very difficult. It's become a big challenge for us to give our clients that finish they truly want.
That's so hard to imagine. When we are talking about paint that is so incredibly thin, how careful do you need to be when you're wet sanding?
You know, Lynda, that is a challenge, and it's a big risk. Obviously, we use specialized techniques, and we use a very specialized blending sandpaper. And there's really only two reasons why I would even consider sanding somebody's car, and that would be severe paint damage or orange peel. You know, that's where the orange got that little bump, so the paint has that similar looking bump. But it is the last resort in the paint finishing process.
Then we're on to compounding and polishing. What are the steps?
Oh my gosh, this is what I teach. This is really cool. I have to do a test area on the paint before I complete the job. So in order to do that, I use what's called the 3 combinations. I have to pick the right machine, the right pad, and the right chemical in order to perform and get the result I want.
And how long does that take?
Oh wow, it can take anywhere from a few hours to a couple days to really give the customer that paint finish they want.
We have talked a lot about the paint on the car, but you also painted and restored the wheels. How different is that process?
Oh my gosh, Lynda, we all know that a good set of wheels can make or break how our car looks. I use a subcontractor, his name is Steve Silverman. He's a high-end wheel repair specialist. And what he does is he sands and grinds down the wheel, then he repaints it for that factory finish look.
Looks so sleek. This particular car came into your shop with a lot of problems.
Yeah.
It had severe front end damage as well. What did you do to fix it?
Oh my gosh, I made one phone call to my partner, Todd Sudak, over at Dig King. And you know, Lynda, from time to time, we're all guilty of bumping into something. Hence, the big technical term, bumper repair. It basically, all it is you're going to sand down the bumper, do any repair work you need to do, primer it and paint it up just like you would a factory paint job. In this case, it's mobile, so they're spraying so little amount of paint that they don't actually need a paint booth, or they don't need a body shop to do it. The guy can come mobile right to my shop, take care of all the issues, and as you can see, It's like factory finish. I'm really stoked with the end result, and I'm very thankful for Todd and his team over at Dean King.
Yeah, and super convenient too.
Yeah.
Everything we've talked about up to this point is reconditioning. I want to get into the aftermarket products. Let's start with the window tint.
Oh, there is nothing better than driving around a car with nice window tint. That limo look, it looks very cool. But more importantly, it protects both the passenger and the interior.
I'm hearing a lot about protective film. What is it exactly and how does it work?
Well, there's two types of film that we use in the industry. One is called paint protection film. That's actually a very clear film that we put over the surface of the paint that really gives it an amazing level of protection. For example, if a projectile is flying down the road and hits your car, small rocks and things like that, what the film does, it absorbs and rejects it. It's the ultimate level of protection. When it comes to vinyl, that's more of a cosmetic look. And I can tell you right now, Lynda, I have some people that have amazing cars right from the showroom. McLaren, Ferrari, Maserati, Bugattis. They bring them right into my shop for a complete color change, even brand new. You can get really creative. You can do really cool colors. But most popular and what you're probably used to seeing is anytime you see a vehicle cruising down the road with a full advertising campaign all over their vehicle, that's usually a vinyl wrap. So both have their place. Both are really great. Paint protection film will last up to 10 years, where a vehicle wrap is strictly cosmetic, looks great, it's good for maybe 2 or 3 years. But again, it's a new industry, it's an amazing industry, and it's really taken off. We had Zach Wright come in, and he did the full front end of this car from the front door seam forward with paint protection film. In addition to that, he added a nice, beautiful, semi-gloss, flat black piece of vinyl to the back bumper, so that anytime this young lady's going to be pulling things in and out of her car, that bumper's well protected. Really cool product. I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah, and a couple of great options.
Yeah.
You did so much work on this BMW, from the exterior to the interior. What's the final step?
Oh my gosh, okay, hold that thought, because I want to answer that question. But I got to preface it by saying, first, from front to rear, top to bottom, inside and out, we have to have the car completely finished. I'm leading to a point here. There's a method to my madness. So once the car is completely finished, we know there's nothing that needs to be done. We want to offer another level of protection. As you know, we've got some protection on this car already. We've got the vinyl on the back bumper, and we got the paint protection film on the front. But there is another level of protection. It's called Revivify. Now, we've all heard about these ceramic coatings. They've been around for about 10 years now. Well, Revivify is actually the next generation. It's the newest and greatest. We all know technology changes. So for the past 10 years, it's been ceramics. But now we've got this new generation of coating. It's the newest and greatest technology. Technology always has a way to advance. And that's what this has done. Revivify is now a new level of paint protection we've never seen. I've never experienced this in my 47 years in the industry. In fact, I've never seen a single individual product, Revivify, create a buzz as it has over this past year here in America. It's been around for about 5 years in other countries, but here in America for about a year. I got to tell you, so the cosmetic look alone, the referral business that is created off of these vehicles that we call it revivified. We revivify these cars, and people drive them home, and literally their neighbors next door will notice such a huge impact. They'll actually go to the neighbor and say, "Hey, what the heck did you do to your car?" You know, I revivified it, you know. Anyway, the referral business has been over the top. The level of protection that Revivify offers is light years ahead of all of its competition. As you can see, I'm really stoked about it. I'm fired up, and in this shop, we want to give our customers the very best we've got. We want to make sure we treat our customers not only with total respect, but we want to give their cars that exact same respect as well. Great question, and I am excited about Revivify in the future, and looking forward to seeing everybody come in and get their car revivified.
Yeah, and your customers will be stoked as well.
Oh yeah, very excited.
When you look at the before video of this BMW and the after, it is a dramatic difference. How long did it take, the entire process?
Oh my gosh, Lynda, I had to bring in so many guys. You're talking about Philippe with the window tint, Zach with all the film, Steve Silverman on the wheels, and of course Todd Sudak at Dean King with the front bumper. A job like this intense, you're looking at a good 3 or 4 days of work and coordinating the schedules and getting the whole team together to make this happen. You know, what's really cool is, you know, a transformation like this, a lot of times the customers get involved, which is exciting because it's like when you're building a house. You start out with one budget and a schedule. 6 months, a year into building a nice custom home, you find yourself over budget, over schedule, because you've added this room and added this feature or whatever. It's the same with this car, although on a smaller level. It's the same with the car, and the customers get involved and they start to see something happen. Well, Mel, you made the paint look good. Let's go ahead and do the wheels. Let's go ahead and do the engine. Go ahead and let's do the interior. So it's exciting because when the customer gets involved, they feel involved, and it makes the project that much more fun. But all in all, you're looking at about 3 or 4 days on average for me to do a car, just do the paint correction, make the car look really nice. I'm looking at about a day to a day and a half. But in this case, with so many people involved, including the customers, we're looking at 3 or 4 days. Yeah, easy.
And so rewarding for you and the people who own the car.
Oh my! This is what a lot of people ask me all my career. They've asked me, Mel, why have I stuck with this for so many years? 47 years into this, and I got to tell you, man, it's that euphoric feeling when customers love what you do, and the pats on the back, and the revenue speaks for itself. It's nice to get paid for what I do. Sometimes I ask myself, how the heck do I get paid for doing something I love so much? In fact, my dad told us, all my brothers, when we were younger, that if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. I really want to thank you for this interview. It's been amazing.
Yeah, and I've said that for years and years. I tell that to everybody I talk to. If you love it, it's not going to feel like work.
So Lynda, we've been talking about the car all day. Let's get up close and personal. Let's check this thing out.
Yes, now that it's completely finished, I've got to see this. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful. I have to do this.
Feel that, yeah. It's like glass.
It's so soft.
Check out the interior. Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
You saw how...
And this was in bad shape.
The stains, everything. It was just like, look at the carpet. Almost looks new.
I know. And it doesn't even have mats. That's the actual rug in there, the actual carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Look at the tint he did. Of course, you see, we did 20% in the back and 35% in the front. Now, the reason we do that in a lot of cases is because the darker you make the front window, obviously the cops want to pull you over and give you a ticket because they can't see
There are laws about that.
So this is a real common combination right here. 20% tint in the back, all ceramic film. That's all we do here. 20% in the back, 35% in the front.
And this window tinting makes it really look like a luxury car.
It really set it off. When he was all done and I took a look at from the profile, I was like, wow. This thing is over the top amazing.
I'm going to be peeking in looking for celebrities.
There you go. Yeah, fancy. Exactly. See, the front bumper all got redone.
Right, there was a lot of damage there. Can't even tell.
Look at Steve Silverman's work on these wheels. These things were totally curb rashed out. A lot of damage. The calipers were solid rust. He made all 4 wheels look like new.
Well, Mel, job well done as always. When this came in, you weren't entirely sure you could make it look like this.
This was on the cusp. I tell you about potential clear coat failure. This was so close to just like I was like reading its last rites. But look at, we were able to turn it around, and that's what this business is all about. To have something like this turn into this, and know exactly what the customer is going to see and feel when they have it. When she climbs behind the wheel list, she's going to be so proud.
Oh my gosh.
She's going to go to law school in style.
Yeah, she will be shocked for sure, and definitely enjoy it. We've seen the befores, we've seen the after now. It's truly unbelievable, and seeing it up close, it just makes all the difference. So, job well done. Kudos to you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
a whole
great
team of
job.
people, actually. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. I'm Lynda Halligan.
And I'm Mel Craig.
Thanks for joining us.